Okay. This your soul brother, Taalib. As you know, I am connected with Angel Snup 7 and Sister Noble Levine on the platform of Reality Temple Ministries. And anyway, this is just a general discussion video. I would like to take time to make and and to expand on a couple of things that's been happening lately in social media in terms of myself and also in terms of my brother Angel Snup 7, which we will both be making a video on the same subject, which deals with how we come off like we don't know what we're talking about, and and stuff like that and whatever. But I like to say that as far as people taking issue with the things I say in regards of pro-black consciousness, I could care less if they get mad, cop attitude or whatever. That's not my problem. My problem is to deliver the truth. And like they used to tell me, in religion, for those that reject truth, let them be their way, and I'll be on my way. Like it say in the Quran, you be your way and I'll be my way. And that's just how they go, because I don't have time, for the going back and forth, barking, arguing, making threats over social media, over what I've said that might offend somebody or that might get somebody mad or whatever. I don't have time for that. So, you can miss me with that because I'm not into them type of childish games. I never was and never will be. And those that know me from social media, from doing platforms in social media, know that that's the type of cloth I'm cut from. Okay? And so I'm not here to impress nobody. I'm just here to bring the truth of reality as it is. And I know a lot of times people can't take the truth no matter if it's coming from me, if it's coming from Brother Angel Snup 7, if it's coming from Sister Noble Levine, or anybody else that agrees with us on this platform, or even if it's truth coming from any other platform. I know people have a problem with taking the truth, into consideration as it is. But hey, that's not my problem. Like I said, I'm just a truth bearer, just delivering the message of the truth. That's it. No more, no less. And other than that, as far as the pro-black consciousness, for those that's against anything I got to say about it, like I said, that's your problem. It may be because you're mad and you wanna, get emotional and go to debating me or having a debate over it, especially in an emotional manner, which at that point is not a debate, but just a bunch of disrespect back and forth going on over social media. At that point, like I said, I don't got time for that. And you can miss me with that one. That's just straight up. Because I'm gonna keep telling the truth like it is. I didn't come on social media to make friends. I'm going to say it again. I didn't come on social media to make friends. I came on social media for the sole purpose to help wake my people up, who I refer to as dark-skinned people of soul, who are in fact also dark-skinned descendants of slaves born here in America. And, I did not come on here to try to make friends or to get caught up with cliques or nothing. And even the platform that we come from, we're free thinkers. We don't co-sign nothing other than the truth. We don't co-sign no BS. Excuse my expression because I usually don't cuss, but I had to just throw that out there to let you know that's where we stand at from this platform. And even if someone from this platform is saying something that I don't agree with, I'm not going to get ignorant about it, but I'm going to, correct them in a manner where they will be able to open up and see that I am speaking the truth. Because we all on this platform understand that we're not perfect and that we make mistakes in what we say, even if it's regarding the truth. Okay? So it ain't no big I's or U's. Okay? From this platform. I just want to also make that clear. But also, too, I want to let it be known as well that, like I said, those who have a problem with me because I'm not with the pro-blackity black stuff, well, I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to give you the reason why I'm not with it. Okay, number one, from the experiences I had dealing with that so-called pro-black religious comedic crap, you know what I'm saying, is one reason as a whole why I don't have nothing to do with it. Because of the negative experiences I had with it, and as well as the inconsistencies in the teachings of that pro-black conscious stuff. I'm going to say it again, which also include because of the inconsistencies in the teachings of that pro-black conscious stuff, which just don't add up right, and which has our people in the more, death-bound path, than in the path of being delivered free from ignorance. Okay? Matter of fact, it's taken us into a more deeper depth than Christianity has. It's even made our people more worse than what Christianity made us out to be as slaves, okay? So it just made us more into worse radical so-called pro-black slaves, as it's made us into, slaves of Christianity, according to the way we were taught by our slave master through Christianity, okay? But it's just the same concept. It got us bound into the chains of slavery. It might have a different brand on it, but it's the same concept. It has us more into deeper ignorance than ever. To the point where it makes it more difficult for us to be able to unite as a people. It makes it more difficult for us to be able to come together on a common collective plane to iron out our problems so that we could get together and create a better existence for us as a people and our future generations to come. Okay? And because of that, which makes it more difficult for us to be able to do that, is why I have nothing to do with pro-black consciousness. So yes, that's definitely a part of the issue that I do have with pro-black consciousness. For those of you that want to know, okay. So and also too, it's very hypocritical, you know, and me and brother Angel Snup 7 was even having a conversation about that, you know, since Malcolm X was killed because according to the Nation of Islam, he was a hypocrite. Within, how about the fact that Elijah Muhammad was a Baptist Christian preacher prior to him being a Muslim leader of the Nation of Islam, and also Farrakhan being a Catholic prior to him joining the Nation of Islam back in the 1950s. So to Christians, that would be hypocritical, meaning that they would be more justified to killing Elijah Muhammad and Louis Farrakhan, as the Nation of Islam felt that it was justifiable for Malcolm X's life to be taken because he rejected their teachings. Okay? And that's just the way that is. Whether you want to accept it or not. Okay? And I mean, you people, I've seen you, assault each other, attack each other. Whether it was physically, whether it was, insultively. I've seen y'all attack each other more than ever than I've seen y'all attack Caucasians. Matter of fact, none of y'all have ever, took the same measures in full to go out there and attack the Caucasian like y'all have attacked each other. But yet y'all the main ones that have called the Caucasians devils and all this other crap. But y'all never had the history of killing Caucasians like y'all have had the history of killing other black people. Okay? I've seen this from both sides of the wall. And the penitentiary dwellers on the streets when it comes to this pro-black conscious crap. Okay? So like I said, it's no different. When it comes to, us being enslaved under that type of concept of ignorance, than what it is us being enslaved under the concept of Christianity. It's just a different brand, but it's still death and slavery. Slavery and death is still the same concept when it comes to that matter. And like I said before, also is that, y'all have so much issue when people bring up the truth about that. Because it is exposing the inconsistencies of the reason why pro-black consciousness has failed us as a people to begin with. So now all of a sudden you have a problem with people to the point when they speak the truth on it where you want to debate them, threaten them, insult them, even physically attack them. If y'all could find a way to do that, or whatever. And it's like, y'all have a drawn out history of doing that. But yet, when the Jews, the Caucasian Jews back in the 80s called for the death of Louis Farrakhan, then none of you niggas in the Nation of Islam, especially mainly the ones that follow him, take the initiative to prepare to go at the enemy, which was the Jews of y'all organization, which was the enemies of y'all organization, such as the Jews who called for the death of Louis Farrakhan. Matter of fact, I was up in New York City at the time when they were rallying across the street from where Farrakhan gave a keynote address speech at, calling for his death around that time, okay? And then none of you niggas take the initiative to, hold them Caucasians accountable. And I'm talking about in the same manner that they was bringing it to your organization and y'all leader, far as calling for his death, okay? But yet, black people who speak the truth, that expose y'all inconsistencies, y'all ready to jump on them, kill them, just like with the case of Seti and Pharaoh. When they brought the exposed truth about y'all organization, and all of a sudden, y'all was threatening them, talking about killing them and doing this and that. Like y'all talked about delivering Malcolm X head on the platter, and which y'all eventually killed him. So like I said before, this, if y'all got a problem with that, hey, as far as your leadership in your organization, y'all made that possible. Y'all put those opportunities out there, for it to be brought out there, into the public. So, hey, that's not my fault. Look at y'all own history that created this mess in the first place. Don't look at the messenger who's just being the reminder of the facts involved in this. So like I said before, if y'all want, if y'all have a problem with what I got to say and exposing you pro-black conscious folks, that's on y'all. I could care less. Take it how you want to take it. But I'm going to tell you something. Just because you get mad, pout and shout, even if you threaten me, I'm not going to stop talking about it. I just want you to know that now. Because the Nation of Islam ain't the only ones that I care to expose. When it come down to it, I expose the Moorish Science Temple of America, another Islamic sect, another so-called black Islamic sect in America. I will expose the Nuwabians, which is an organization and religion I once belonged to. Whose leader is Dr. Malachi York, who's presently incarcerated. I exposed that Kemetic stuff, Egyptology stuff. I go all across the board with it. I will even go across the board with exposing the 5% nation. It don't make me no difference. Okay? From experiencing what I've seen and been around. Okay? I've seen 5%ers sell dope to other black Muslims in this country. Yeah. The Moorish Science Temple has done the same thing. I've seen it with my own eyes. And I know by experience, okay? So, like I said before, if you want to get mad and pout and shout about it, and stuff, that's your business. I don't care nothing about that. I'm just trying to wake my people up to the truth of the matter of what the situation is. Because this pro-black conscious stuff ain't got us nowhere. And it'll never get us nowhere. As it stands even at this point in time. It has not worked. Especially since the time of Marcus Garvey and Noble Drew Ali. Who came around that same era. as Gavin. So, like I said before, y'all can miss me with that attitude stuff. I could care less. I just want to make that known. That's why I don't deal with a whole lot of you on social media. That's why I don't even do live hangouts with a lot of you on social media. Because you talk reckless. You say stuff disrespectfully. You make threats, especially toward people you don't even know nothing about. Stuff that could cause a situation that turns violent. Because everybody ain't gonna take your threats. Everybody ain't gonna just sit back and lay down and just let you say anything to them or disrespect them or talk to them any kind of way. They gonna do more than just say what they got to say on social media, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Everybody got a story to tell when it come to talking about being a gangster or being some type of kind of John Gotti folk hero or something, That don't mean nothing, but can you really back it up when the test of time come for real? But see, like I said, that's why I don't get caught up with this madness in social media, Facebook, Instagram, and all that. Because I know where that could lead to. I done seen a lot of people go down that path, whether they ended up dead or in the penitentiary behind it. But see, today, because I care about my freedom enough to want to stay out here, to be able to make a difference, a rational difference in the lives of all dark-skinned descendants of slaves born here in America, is why I don't get caught up in that crap. As far as that back and forth barking over somebody's opinion or because somebody don't agree with somebody else's opinion and all that stuff. Okay? Maybe our brother, Angel Snuff 7, would oblige to go back and forth because he liked the challenge, which he's publicly made it known. Okay. But we two different people in that area. Because I'm more serious. You know what I'm saying? I just don't play games like that. I don't got time for that. And see, another thing too is that I'm not going to put myself in no position to where I got to say something and then have to act on it, okay? That's all I'm going to say for that. That's the reason why I don't get caught up in that disrespect stuff. If you don't agree with me, I don't have no problem with that. Okay? But you ain't got to disrespect me about it either. Because I'm not going to disrespect you about what I don't agree with you on. So I expect for you not to treat the situation likewise. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to like me, but you going to respect me. And yes, it could go both ways. And that's the way it should be. But it's a lot of ignorant people in social media that don't have that type of understanding. That's why a lot of people end up dead or in the penitentiary behind it. We know how foolish our people are in social media. And particularly I'm referring to black YouTube as well as black Facebook and black Instagram as well. in any other forms of social media that our people are involved in, as far as social media go. So like I said before, hey, I'm gonna keep speaking this truth, whether you like it or not. And of course, also, I just want to bring up something as well about this situation too, is that just because you say or may claim that you don't have no problem with brother Angel Snuff 7, but have a problem with me, well, I'm going to tell you like this. Being we're on the same platform, if you got a problem with me, you got a problem with him. And it's vice versa. Just like if you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me. And it's just that simple. That's how we roll from this platform. When it comes to the resolve of any issue that you may have with either one of us. Oh, and that includes our sister, Noble Levine, as well, since she's on board with us on this platform. If you got a problem with her, you got a problem with me and brother, of course, Angel Snuff 7. I'm just going to let you know that right now. And I'm pretty sure if you got a problem with any of us brothers, as far as me and Angel Snuff 7, you got a problem with her. And that's just the bottom line to that. We're not going to tolerate no disrespect on this platform. We could agree or disagree, but when it comes to all that disrespect and nonsense and ignorant stuff, we just ain't going to tolerate that. And that's just that simple. So, you could take that and chalk it up as just the way it is. However you want to take it and run with it, but it is what it is. And I mean, hey, this is the reason why I choose not to have too much to do with Negroes. Because it's just so, and in fact, like I was also speaking on earlier, maybe it's about time we go and get annihilated as a people. Just like the Peckerwood want to do with us anyway. We might as well just go on ahead and just get annihilated. Because we ain't no good to ourselves, we ain't no good to each other or nobody else. And speaking of going to another country, for those of you who want to, deliver yourselves from this oppressive state that we live in here in America as a people, do so. But I'm going to tell you, no nation will accept us as a whole. Just like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, no nation will accept us as a whole, far as us being a people, because of our condition. No nation will accept us because of our condition. They may accept a few of us here and there, but they won't accept millions of us because they got their own problems. And that even include over there in Africa. So they don't need to add any other problems, especially not our problems with whatever problems they have. Now it'd be different if we put ourselves in a position to take control of a state like with Mississippi, like me and the brother was proposing to y'all through this Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, where we could, have a state behind us as a backbone support, to whereas once it get real thick to the point where it get too hot and we want to leave and go to, Brazil, Russia, you know what I'm saying? We could get accepted into other countries, even if it's in Africa or Asia somewhere. Cool. We would be in a better position to do that. But because we're not united, and because we still are slave-like minded people, yeah, don't nobody want us. And if I had my own country, I wouldn't want y'all nigga asses either. Not with this type of slave mentality that y'all have going on. And that's just simple as that. So I could understand why other nations wouldn't accept us in large numbers, as far as millions of us is concerned. I would definitely understand. I definitely clearly understand that. Because you see how the other cultures here in this country feel about us anyway. Once they get over here and see how we carry ourselves, especially when it comes to dealing with each other. So I can understand why they feel the way that they feel about us. We could say whatever we want to say about them other cultures too, over here in America. But at least one thing about it, they got more unity than we got here in America. I could tell you that right now. Or they're more together than we are as groups of people. I put it that way, because long as we've been enslaved as a people in this country, we never had no unity. So I won't use that word unity due to that fact. But like I said before, we definitely need to cut it out. Our actions have proven that it's difficult for us to come together on any type of level. We'll kill each other first before we could commonly agree on something that's going to totally change our reality and existence in this country as a people. We would kill each other first, like we always have done, like we doing every day. Especially over, trivial stuff. And I'm going to say this too. This mass incarceration thing has got us so divided. Because there's a lot of resentment and feelings involved behind a lot of us being massively incarcerated, to the point that we still have envy, resentment, and revenge in our heart for a lot of stuff that has taken place that's caused a lot of us to either be incarcerated or put in our graves earlier. So that also, unfortunately, makes it hard for us to come together as a people. And, I just want to put that out there as a reality for what it is. There are a lot of brothers and sisters, especially from the cloth that I come from, that wouldn't even want nothing to do with each other if it did come to liberation because of that. And you know what? Honestly, in some cases, I know it's all about, the common collective whole of us all as a people, and we need to put our differences to the side. I get that, and I totally agree with that as well. But at the same time, I will have to deal with a lot of you people at a distance. Some of you people I will have to deal with at a distance, even in the cause for our liberation. That's why I say when I come on this platform, it's not about me making friends. I was like that even when I was in the pro-black conscious community, when I thought I was standing for something, okay? Until I found out it was for nothing. But at the same time, like I said before, yeah, I'm not here to make friends. Liberation ain't friendly. Fighting for freedom, true freedom, it's nothing friendly about that. It's a lot of pains and aches that come with that. Like I say, ask the American colonists that didn't make it to see America for the nation that it is now, and how their descendants who are Caucasians are benefiting from it. So like I said, the price of freedom and the price of true freedom and liberation is not about fun and games when it all boils down to it. Ask them Arabs that was over there in Libya and Egypt and the other Arab countries that was involved in that so-called Arab Spring revolution a few years ago. Ask them how fun fighting for real liberation and freedom from their oppressors is. Ask them how much fun that is and how much fun and games it is, and see what answer you get. Anytime you fighting for true liberation and freedom, it's nothing fun and games about that. This is serious. And because we've been taking this for nothing but a bunch of fun and games, is why we haven't succeeded. It's why Marcus Garvey didn't succeed in his mission. It's why even Malcolm X, Martin Luther King did not succeed in their missions. It's why Elijah Muhammad didn't succeed in his mission. It's why Noble Drew Ali didn't succeed in his mission. And it's why all of them, as a brother said, died as slaves as well. There's a lot of us that have died as slaves on our sojourn as a people in this country, going on almost 500 years. This is not a game. I'm not trying to take nothing away from them individuals I just named, but those around them during their period of time in the struggle, liberation for our people in this nation wasn't serious. You see, so, and when you looking for one leader to do it as well, shows that we as a whole, as a people, ain't serious about our liberation when we want to depend on one leader, when we want to wait on some mythical God or prophet or savior to come through. Things just don't work that way. Ask any other ethnicity group or so-called race in this country, even the Caucasians in this country. Ask them that. Ask them like the early pilgrims from Europe that came to this country. Those that came from England, Dutch, France, and that colonized this nation before it became the United States of America. Ask them, were they looking for a God or prophet, to make things better for them as a people when they came over here? Somehow they must have saw their own selves as gods, because they came over here and took care of business like they did. Now you see what position they are in as the rulers of this land, as the conquerors of this land, as well as other parts of the world that they've dominated for hundreds of years. So like I said before, this is not no game. This comes along with seriousness. And if you're not serious about true freedom, liberation, and justice for us as a people, as dark-skinned descendants of slaves born here in America, personally, I want nothing to do with you. So, hey, I just want to put that on record as saying that. And I just don't have time for the bull crap. There's a lot of stuff, going on that we're up against as a people, that's going on in America in general, that we just ain't got time to be playing when it comes to our liberation. You either gonna get on board and get serious about this, or you ain't. And just might as well go on and accept your fate as well. Just in case them crackers decide to make a move on hauling y'all off to them concentration camps and mass graves. Because that still can happen in a nation like this. We living in a nation whose government is responsible for killing millions of people. Not just in this country, but all over this world. So, like one brother reminded you yesterday, if they killed millions of original Native Americans, you don't think that they're not capable, you actually think they're not capable of killing 40 some plus million of us? You gotta be crazy. You gotta be out your mind. If that's what you think. If that's what you Negroes think, you got to be out your mind. They have all the power and resources to do it. They also got the power to put us back in physical slavery. What you call physical chattel slavery. If that's what they want to do too. Keep believing that's not possible. They're capable of that. They're capable of even putting you on boats, sending you off to Africa or wherever. Somewhere where you'll be off in a far worse position in life as a people. We ain't got no defense against none of that. And see, because we don't have the common, sense enough to come together to do something about this, is why we are, marked as a people. I mean, if they don't make a move on us by putting us in mass graves, dumping us in mass graves, or locking us away in concentration camps forever, okay, so be it. But it's still possible, and it's definitely a capable chance of them doing that. And the fact that most of y'all trust the enemy will make it more easier for them to do it. See, that's the thing about it. That's one thing that our ancestors like Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner understood, is that we couldn't trust our enemies like that. Because they knew that, first of all, they knew who the enemy was. We're confused as to who the enemy is. That's our problem as their descendants today. But like I said before, either we gonna do something about our situation when it all boils down to it, for once and for all, to totally free ourselves from this submissive, subservient, oppressive condition that we've been in for almost 500 years, or just go on and die as slaves and take whatever we got coming to us, because that's just what it is. It's just that simple. And with that said, I'm Audi 5000 and peace.